It's Week 17 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see this team's sure-handed tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. Who knows what we're in store for here, next, on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot.
Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
He's taking a shot on his first play. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They send a man in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And oh, he drops the deep shot. A big play to start the game, but it slips through, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Slot man in motion right. Here he is on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And we will get a look at their 6th-year signal caller.
I know quarterbacks of this ilk sure excite their teammates. They love to see his explosion and that speed come to life. I also know this, Kate, that defensive coordinator on the other side, he did not sleep good all week long, knowing he could do everything right, have the right call. But that QB speed is a difference maker.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll give him a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw now. He's got time here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. They connect on the deep shot. He does it, touchdown. These guys don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Tackles made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. They bring the pressure, down he goes! And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep down the middle. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception and just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The home teams, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. Throwing from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. Setting up a throw. And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself. But he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow. Punting unit out now. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's been more than just his passing touchdowns this season. In fact, you can see it right here. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing scores late in the campaign. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Fits it through the middle. 30. The 10. And that is a touchdown. These guys will reach pay dirt for the first time this game. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys tie this game 7-7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking for a throw here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds a man right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And in the closing stretch of this season, right now he is poised to finish as the league leader in receiving yards. First and 10 now from the 30. Running back sent in motion. Throwing it to start this drive. Hits his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Receiver in motion, going left. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. This set it down starts with an option right. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
To throw it on first down. Stays in. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. That carry gets him 8, and there's another 8 to go now on third down. Here's a throw. Complete beyond the marker. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives them the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
To the line we go. They're set, first and 10. They go play action here. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's in. Touchdown! These guys have taken the first quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And these guys take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Return starts at the 9. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Another drive coming up for this offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. This one intended for the running back. So it's 2nd down coming up. They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 10 now. They get to him and bring him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he's been having such a great season in this offense. You can see, actually top 5 in the league in receiving touchdowns so far. They'll come out throwing. Complete out to the right side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They're going play action. Completes this one to Gray. And he's brought down for a loss. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 14-7 game. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. We're all set to start the 2nd. Offense already out to resume its drive. They'll have it 3rd and 3. Looking to the air here. Hauled in left side. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. Throwing it again here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll throw it. Finds him on the slant. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll run here following the penalty. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They only get a yard out of that run. It's going to be 2nd down. They give it to him again. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 4 on the play. Doesn't help a ton because they're still left with 3rd and 15. Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 3rd down.
The flag makes this 3rd down and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. This offense getting all set for this series. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a 1-score game here. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Give now to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So out now comes the punter. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. They put a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 3. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
In the middle holes, they don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Option give here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Here's the handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. Throwing on 2nd and 10. Dump off caught by his back. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Still sticking with the passing game. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Back to throw. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Hits his running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Pass play coming here. That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They are throwing it again. Fits it through the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys double their lead to 14. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. This offense getting to take the field one more time in the half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Airing it out to start this drive. He just throws this one away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Pass play now. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. That brings us to halftime. It's a 14-point game after 2 quarters of play. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, we'll get... The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Catch made over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
He's got a man left. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Call it feel, Kate, call it instincts. I don't really care what you call it, but the best QBs, they can sense it. They know it when that pressure's coming, and they know how to avoid it. Keep that play alive, extend it outside of the chaos, and go get your offense a completion.
A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. 2nd and goal from the 9 here. Dropping back to throw. This one's caught. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll only get out to about the 7 before going down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Throwing now on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last 2nd attempt to get rid of it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They'll run here from the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun now on 3rd down. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last 2nd attempt to get rid of it.
He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
1st and 10 from the 41. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Cut out left. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. 2nd and 3 now. Back to throw now. Finds a seam down the middle. And he will take this in. Touchdown! These guys now within 1 score in the 4th. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Jones. Returns looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How is a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? They'll throw on first. Finds him on the slant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll look to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And they take him down right along the 30. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw it again. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And they're going to have a 1st down. A give now from the gun. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. He finds him right side. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll try and punch it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. These guys go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys double their lead to 14. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
2nd and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Setting up a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well. Still sticking with the passing game. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, they'll run. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Looking for a throw here. Caught quickly on the slant. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And they bring him down around the 34. Give him 3 on that gain. And they'll have first down. Here's a throw. Looking right, and he finds him. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 32. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. There on the tackle, the rookie out of Auburn. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down. Working quickly here. To throw here on first down. He's got it over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Offense up to the line fast. Has it in close. He has the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Hand off to the back. He's out in the clear. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there, and it'll give him a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Running back sent in motion. To throw it on first down. Hauled in left side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Running for the marker on second. And he'll be brought down after a short carry that crosses the 45. Third and just 2 to go. Another carry for him. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. Stopped at the line, and that forces them into a 4th and long. They're out now, ready to punt it. And they could really use a good one here. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Avoids the sack. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Complete to number 87.
One final shot here. Escapes the pocket. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. What a game for our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.